It is habit, not intelligence or reason, that governs the life of most people. Why do we rob ourselves of our birthright to a delicious life? We are 21st century spiritual beings on earth, living in a materialistic void. Clelia Guardian's Shift 84 program enables individuals to truly reconnect with life and self, to live that delicious experience. Happiness is your birthright, and your means to happiness is unique.
So I guess when somebody asks you who you are, the biological factual stuff comes to mind first. And I am Cheri Gray. I was born in 1985 on the 7th of February. I am married. I have 2 children. My husband's name is Leonard. My girls are Hannah and Bailey. I'm a businesswoman and I live in Johannesburg, and I guess that's just about me. I have just spent my entire life looking for myself and hiding from who I really am.
Today I had my first Clelia guardianship session with my guardian. Her name is Sam. I'd met her on vacation before, but never like this. As I proceeded with the conversation with Sam that was slowly burrowing into deeper and more meaningful issues, I had found myself hard of hearing. I have that problem. When I start stressing out, my hearing just completely shuts down. So the more Sam delved and guided me, I could hear sort of tiny voices in my head getting louder. Now, I'm not demented. I mean to refer to my conscience, my spirit, if that's what you want to call it. And I realized that for years, I had been silencing my inner voice. I'd become a master of telling people what they needed to hear, and that included myself. I told myself what I needed to hear, and this is how I coped. Sam asked me who I thought was responsible for my situation, and I actually remember myself answering to a mental monkey puzzle that was developing in my subconscious. I actually heard myself saying the right answer is me, but then I would hear myself say, but I'm not to blame. Before I answer, I'd considered all the aspects and argued the matter between my conscious, my spirit, my heart, my intellect, my emotions, and pretense, and come up with just a completely contrived and untrue answer. The point that she had made was that I'd never been honest with myself. Putting yourself into emotional action is so desperately important, and we tend to forget that physical transformations are completely temporary. But when you start making a genuine emotional transformation and a psychological transformation, that's something that you're going to carry with yourself forever. I learned that in 3 steps I can move mountains. I simply have to do this. I need to say I'm sorry, I need to ask for help, and I need to learn to not only love myself, but love everybody else out there too. So it was an amazing first session, far more intense than I'd ever expected, and far more real than I'd ever imagined. Today is the 19th of September 2012, and I met with Dr. Skeepers to discuss my general health and blood test results. I didn't realize I could actually be that nervous. Dr. Skeepers is perhaps the most professional GP that I had ever been introduced to. He was thorough and concise and compassionate, and he had basically told me that I had terrifyingly high chances of having a heart attack in the next 5 years. I have 43% body fat and am severely overweight. I am insulin resistant, and although he has not diagnosed me with type 2 diabetes, I am a step away from having that. He did a very comprehensive test that quantified my risk factors in terms of my health, and I'm 50% more prone to have a heart attack than any other person my age. A couple of my readings were in the high risk zone, and although this is very concerning, completely just terrified me. Dr. Skeepers seemed to have a very assuring tone about it, and he had told me that there were tools and products that he could introduce me to that would certainly make a change to get myself into that green zone, which would obviously consist of being a low risk factor. He told me that I had a good chemical stress coping mechanism and of the best that he had seen, and that my progesterone and estrogen levels were very, very good. That with my health and weight issues, he could not see me having children as I did, and that they were miracles. So I've been slowly killing myself and hiding my head in the sand, thinking that all my issues would go away if I simply did not face them. My weight and my unhealthy lifestyle is poisoning my body. And from getting all this information, I cannot hide anymore. It's so scary, but I need to be brave and just face this giant.
Hi, my name is Samantha LaRue, owner and founder of Clelia Guardians. At Clelia Guardians, we're passionate about people being passionate about their lives. Through my own personal journey of self-discovery, I have learned that despite your childhood or current circumstances, it is still possible to live a delicious, happy life. At Clelia, we have a program called the Shift 84 Change Process. And through a technique that includes emotional and mental stresses being addressed in parallel to physiological needs, supplementation, diet, and exercise, we will assist you with weight loss, depression, anxiety, or even addiction. We're also the only individual and corporate wellness company that has gone a step further that allows you to finance your wellness program in partnership with our partners First Health Finance. And believe me, if I can do it, so can you.